Righto, on press 1 we've got Cody and James, and on press 2 we've got Harvey and John. Our judges are ready, our timekeepers are ready, presses set, go!
Thank you guys. Glad to hear young Sarah Jane Reid on Tie Happy. She did a beautiful job in the semi-finals to make this final. All these young shearers did. It's good to see there's been an awful lot of young lady shearers up here through the heats. It's good to see them out here all having a go. Very much thing down there, young Mark Baxter from Pongaroa. I don't hear anybody cheering. There must be a few locals, surely. Come on. He just goes onto that first hind leg. They've got 2 pens. So all those keen ones earlier on in the semi, if you're still there, you can run in and get a second sheep this time. It's so different to watch these guys as opposed to the intermediates. Very slow and deliberate with their blows, but it's a good way to learn. Darren Bryant there on stand 3. Just carefully puts those blows in there on that first hind leg. But it's young Nathan Handy there from Whangamata. Just takes the top knot off. He's the one with the speed stakes at this stage. Young Liam Pritchard down here, also from Pongaroa. Just works his way around onto that first front leg. That's a quality job here. Time's not important. As we were saying, it's second cut of wool. Or out the back for the judges. It only needs to be about, what is it, about 10 centimetres long. Not even 10 centimetres long.
It's all worked on the size of a credit card.
Yeah. It's about. I was trying to put it on feet and inches for us old boys, you see. Dismal things, but meanwhile, it's the young man there, Joseph Gordon, your local man. Come on, give him a bit of encouragement on stand 3. He looks like he's going to be the first man down onto the longbows. Him and the young man, Andy there from Whangamata. The young Sarah Jane Reid there from Tie Happy just goes round behind the head there, cleans off that back behind the ear, works her way down. She's not a particularly tall girl, this, so she has to learn to shear her way around the sheep as opposed to the big tall ones that can lean and reach into those awkward spots when the sheep starts to wriggle and get out of control. But you've got Gordon on 3, Andy on 5, Baxter on 6. They're all in the long blows there. Young Darren Bryan from Levin. Haven't mentioned this young boy, but he's also just dropping down into the long blows. That young Sarah Jane there on stand 2. She's already into the long blows as well. All wrap those sheep around, but it's your young man here, the local lad. Come on, give him a bit of encouragement. Joseph Gordon on stand 3 there, works his way around to that first. Steps out there, just carefully puts those blows. It's almost like touching a piece of valuable jewellery, the way he stands there, just carefully shearing away there. Almost afraid to touch the old girl. He's cleaned it up, done a beautiful job there as he heads off down that last side. Young Bryant there and Levin on stand 4. He's also just cleaned that leg off. Steps out, goes in looking for the bits under that front leg. Cleans it up. Bit of a struggler for Handy from Whangamata. He was one of our leaders. But who's going to be first? Gordon on 3 or Baxter on 6? It's pretty close. Look at this. But look at those lovely pink sheep. They're doing a beautiful job there. It's Gordon, your local lad. Come on, give him a bit of encouragement. Come on, Joseph. One more in the pen. I can't hear much noise from you out there in the audience. Where have you all run away to?
It's unusual for the Gordon farm now to be quiet when one of their lads is shearing by Craigie. This might be a tip up for the first, but good luck to you, young fella, and get into it because this is a final. You can't leave anything in the back pocket. You've got to use all the tricks this time round. There goes the Whangamata man. He says, oh, crikey, I needed that bit of wool. Missed it. Down that it goes for the judges. You've got to cut it off for the handpiece, and that's the main thing. Down on stand number 6, we have Mark Baxter. Flips the belly out the back. He's learnt from all these old shears. In the days gone past, the belly used to go forward. David Fagan was a good man for throwing it forward, but the angle of the sheep, they flick it out the back, the wool handler can retrieve it quite nicely here in this final, sponsored by ANZ. Now down into the belly goes young Nathan Handy on stand number 5. The belly coming off for Darren Bryant from Levin on stand number 4. First off leg now for Joseph Gordon, the Masterton lad. Sarah Jane Reid's got Another one on the board from Ty Happy. Out the last leg comes Pongaroa man, Liam Pritchard. So they're all working away here in this final. They want that red ribbon at the end of the day. And by golly, they'll be doing pretty well to get it. Any one of them. That marvellous job of shearing here by young Pritchard. Very slow and methodical, but he made that sheep sit like a little angel and then got the wool off in fine workmanlike manner. First off shoulder coming up. How you going down there in the pressing, you guys?
Well, we've got Harvey and John. They've just finished their crankdown. Cody and James are building up to it. Harvey and John are going to drop the top box. There's a bit of wool lying around, but they reckon they've got their wool, their bale weight just perfect, and they can afford those penalty points. They're not worried if there's a little bit of wool in the beard, there's a little bit of wool stuck in the press, there's a little bit on the ropes. Who cares? She'll be right. Cody and James are coming for you. Don't make a mistake. Back to you, John.
Meanwhile, back over here, it looks like it's a young local lad there, young Joseph Gordon, into the long blows, although you've got Nathan Handy from Whangamata. He's there as well. So's young Mark Baxter from Pongaroa. There can't hardly be any people out of Pongaroa because you've got two of them here shearing. I don't hear any of them cheering though. Come on. And I don't hear too many cries for Ty Happy there on stand 2. Come on, Sarah Jane. Young Darren Bryant there on stand 4 gets a bit of a wriggler, just keeps his handpiece away, settles down over it. But the young man from Whangamata there, he looks like he's got onto that last side. Young Handy, he is quite handy. He's heading away down that last side. He's got a, perhaps, no, he's a blow or two behind the young man Baxter there from Pongaroa down there on stand 6. I can't believe how carefully this man, Joseph Gordon, is shearing it there on stand 3. Look how he's holding that hand. He's almost afraid to use that second hand. When you get up into the open, son, you'll certainly have that hand working a bit quicker than that. You'll have it crawling all over that handpiece. But it looks like it's the young man there, Handy from Whangamata. He stops to listen to the judge, isn't quite sure what's going on. Do I really have to finish the sheep? I'm quite enjoying it, he says. Pretty much blow for blow down there on 5 and 6. But it's the man from Whangamata, Nathan Handy, that pushes the button first on the time stakes. What's happening down there with the pressing boys? Have they finished? No, there's a long way to go.
Still very close here in this final though, because some of those points up the top there, you can see the board points, the outside points have been withheld, so we have a little bit of suspense towards the prize giving. But you did right. I think the right hand knew where to go, but the left hand didn't know how to follow there on young Gordon, and he's got just a few blows left to go now. The completion of the job for Darren Bryant. So the bottom end 3 are all completed. Pritchard comes across the top here on the last side, stand 1. Sarah Jane Reid right there as well. Masterton's Joseph Gordon completes the task. And he says, golly, I'm pleased that's finished. These sheep make me nervous. And he comes across the last side. Does Sarah look at it? Swooping across there to make the final blows on the money side of the sheep. They're working hard at it. Coming across the presses, looks like they're getting pretty close. We'll try and get these young shearers home in this final, sponsored by ANZ.
Young Bryant on 4 didn't appear too happy when he pulled the cord and asked how many second cuts he'd done. But don't worry, young son. You're as good as the other 5 that are up there.
It didn't look too bad. He hasn't seen the big screen.
He didn't look too happy, but he certainly can afford to be happy. But these 2 here are certainly going all right. Young Pritchard from Pongaroa and Reid from Ty Happy. Both of these are looking pretty good. Come on, folks. I don't hear too much yelling and cheering. It's a great effort that they've got up here and done this. Just another couple of blows and this
9 minutes gone in the pressing.
Novice shearing final will be over for 2016. There's young Pritchard. No, pull the card. It's over. Give them a great hand, folks. That's your ANZ Novice final for 2016. Well done, folks.
Hang about there, shearers. It's an instant prize giving. So just catch your breath and just hang on the catching pen door there, and we will see how we go. Just how the pressing going down there, Morgan. I'm sure that...
just over 9 minutes gone, and Harvey and John are looking to put their hands up now. We're just waiting, but wasting time. Time taken now. 9 minutes and 44 seconds. Cody and James got left behind a little bit, but they're catching up now. We're going to have the weigh off. Hopefully we'll get the weighing done before your prize giving.
Well, Morgan, we've just finished the novice final. I'm going to have a word with Sarah Jane. Would you like kindly come over here and just sit down there and have a little talk? We've got a little moment. This is the ANZ-sponsored novice final, and you have shown very well. The points up there look very promising, and I must tell the audience that the sheep outside are not up there. It's only just the time and the shearing board second cut. So how do you think you went?
Last. Oh, I failed miserably on the last sheep.
Look, why have you picked up a handpiece and shearing sheep?
Because I love it.
Your family are all shearers, obviously.
Only one brother.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, she's really taken on the hardest job in the world. Sheep shearing is the hardest job in the world. Is there something else going on in your mind? You want to conquer that job, or you just like to be able to say, I can shear sheep?
Say I can shear sheep.
And is your folks here today?
Just my dad and my older brother.
And what does Dad think? I think I saw him sitting over there. What does he think?
Good on ya.
He doesn't think you're crazy wanting to be a shearer, does he?
No, he encouraged me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, give her a hand. This is Sarah Jane Reid. Thank you very much. We've got a... No, you get back up there. We're going to talk to a local Masterton boy. Joseph.
I'll just sneak in there of our weights. Harvey and John had 159 kilos. And Cody and James, 180 kilos. Well done, guys. And we'll get the next heat up of the wool pressing just before this prize giving, if we can. Justine and Afina versus Tiffany and Shane.
Okay, thank you, Morgan. We've got one last. We're just about ready to set up our stage to give us the ANZ novice. And I have Joseph. Joseph, you don't look like you've been in the shearing shed. You're a bit black.
Oh, yeah, you know, staying in that sun.
Well, you are truly a novice, because most shearers should be pale and white, living under a wool shed roof, but you look like you've been a surfer.
Oh, nah, not really. Been working outside mostly, really.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's still at school. So, Joseph, we wish you well in the finals, and we've got the presentations coming up in a couple of moments. Sorry if I haven't talked to all of you, but that's the ANZ Novice Finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is soon time to announce the winner of the ANZ Novice Shearing. That is the event that's just taken place. The officials are quickly tallying up the scores and will run them down to us soon. This event is sponsored by the ANZ. So in the meantime, I'd like to invite Leah Bowyer, the Regional Manager, Agri and Business Banking, Tararua.
Thanks, Kieran. ANZ is proud to be associated with the Golden Shears. We've been long-standing sponsors of the Shears, and I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all the competitors, working really hard. Thank you.
The winner of the ANZ Novice Shearing receives $200 and the horseshoe trophy. First place had penalty points of 35.076. Second place had penalty points of 36.319. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate the first place recipient, Darren Bryant. Congratulations, obviously competing in the novice event. This is your first time at the Golden Shears competing. You must be very pleased to have done so well.
Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise, really. I'd just like to thank all the sponsors, ANZ especially, the farmer for the sheep, the judges, all the people that help, and especially my old man for helping me learn how to shear and with my gear. Thank you.
Second place receives $120 and a gift bag from the ANZ, Joseph Gordon. Third place and $100, Sarah Jane Reid. Fourth place, Liam Pritchard. Fifth place, Mark Baxter. And put your hands together for Nathan Handy. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our future Golden Shears champions. So many Open champions throughout the years started their shearing career in the novice grade. That concludes our day session for Thursday. Thank you very much for taking part and joining us in these festivities. Please hang around and make sure you take part in the speed shear here in the stadium tonight. To those online, we'll see you again tomorrow.
Thank you, Kieran. The novice shearers and novice woolhandlers and the 7th to 12th place getters, and that's the novice shearers and the novice woolhandlers and 5th to 8th place getters, will they please go to the Secretary's office and bring ID to receive their prizes, please. So that's the novice shearers 7th to 12th and novice woolhandlers 5th to 8th. Please take ID to the Secretary's office.